Hello and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder, and the team event is over. Finished. Finito. Done. How did you guys do? If you remember, I was on Team Flareon, and I have to say that this was a lot wider of a gap than I thought it was going to be. Going into day one, Flareon got the early lead, and I'll tell you what, the little booster in the enhancer here on the side was abysmal. It was barely holding on to 6, dropping down into 5, and then at the end of day one, Jolteon was in first place and got nothing, and then Jolteon just exploded and passed up everybody, went into first place, and by the end of day 2, Flareon had dropped all the way down to 3rd place. But then for most of day 3, the enhancer was at 10 times. Now, I had already, I was going to be honest, I didn't really even try. In fact, I ran AI for all of about 1, maybe 2 games of this event. I did 22 duels, won 13 times, so it means that I lost 9 using the AI. The 2100 points after I reached the 2000, I did not use any enhancers, so I'm going to carry 3 over to the next time. And I will say that the absolute easiest way to reach your 2000 is with that 4th booster, this guy over here. That's the easiest way. They are 25 gems. You can pop them open. You're going to get it, what, 9? You're going to get at least 90, I would say, for your Pika points. And so for me, I found that that was just the easiest way to do it. Once I got up within range that I knew I would get the EX Cube, I no longer used enhancers, and I did end up pulling the Vaporeon, the shiny Vaporeon. It's the first time that I've pulled out of the Sparkle Booster, whatever the reward was. I think in total I opened 5 of the Sparkle Boosters, and the shiny came out of the 3rd one. But if you'll remember, I opened like 7 or 8 and never got the Gyarados. And I have the shiny Carp, but I did not pull one from the Sparkle Boosters when it was the Sparkle Booster reward. It's a very low drop rate for me. I'd say we're looking in the neighborhood of about 1 for 15-ish, give or take. Not super scientific there on the research, but stay tuned for a later video because Soteris and I have been tracking these booster enhancer boxes here, and I will be doing a video on the results of probably 2 months of pulling, just so you guys can get an idea what to expect out of those. Now, going on into gameplay, I've been kind of talking about the meta, and if you will remember, if I go and look at my decks here, the meta is most likely something like this deck. Sableye could be swapped out for something else, but for the most part, you're going to have a high chain level Lunala, a high chain level Deoxys attack form, a Coco, and an Oricorio Powell style. And I will call it an Oricorio because people were complaining that I called it Skirt Birdie, although Skirt Birdie sounds way better than Oricorio, but it is technically Oricorio, so we will call it an Oricorio. And then, you know, the others, you know, the Leo, maybe, you know, you might get a Mewtwo mixed in there, but for the most part, this is what you're going to find at the root, the core of high level players. So what I've done is I've gone in and kind of taken that same philosophy of the Psychic deck, but I've changed it up. I've got my Oricorio, which is the base, and I've got my Coco for my runner. Okay, another core piece. And then what I've done is I've gone Inkay to Malmar, I've got Delphox, I've got Mewtwo to Mega Mewtwo Y, and I have our old friend Lugia. Now, I will say that Lugia, Delphox, and Malamar are probably run in nobody's decks, and there's probably a really good reason for that. This deck is grossly outpowered by a lot of things, actually. Most decks that you will find are going to outpower this deck, but what I want to see is, can it hang? What I have here is with Lugia, I've got a 4-star purple that'll send the opponent back to the bench. I've got a 2-star Flame Kinesis on Delphox that will move my opponent 3 steps away. I've got a 2-star Psychic Shove on Mewtwo. This ought to be fun, which will push everybody down the line out of the way. And we're going to go just a straight runner deck. This person has used a boatload of resources into this deck. Chain level 3, it's at least a level, that's at least a level 5. That looks to be a little bit more. That's a level 10. Is this one level 10? Oh yeah, he's got Carbonite in this one too. So what I'm going to do is, I have a decision to make here. I'm going to, I don't know what we're going to do. We're just going to drop Oricorio back. Because the reason why I didn't front up is because then he's going to bring Deoxys Speed, and then I'm going to be stuck somewhere anyways. And as such, this way, I felt like I could close off everything just a little bit better. If he brings out his Deoxys Speed, which he's not going to do, I think putting him back onto his bench is of greater consequence to him. With a normal deck, a rush deck like this, I wouldn't even care about because my Leo would basically wreck his entire squad. But with this medium to low powered deck that I'm running, this is a medium powered deck. My opponent is running a low power deck, I would say. It creates a little bit more of an issue. But with my movements, now he probably has a hurdle jump, is what I'm guessing. Okay, and he does. So what I'm going to now do is back up. And if I guess I could have brought a figure out here. Now, but he can't hurdle jump over anyways. Oh no, that's right. I did the right play, because if he'd hurdle jump there, then I'd have been stuck. So by backing up, I made the right play. Okay, I thought that through properly. He's not going to hurdle jump because then he can't attack, and it's going to leave me for the easy surround. I'm thinking that Mewtwo is my best option here, because I can go Mega, and I have the greatest possibility of knocking him out. Although he may, if I don't knock him out, then he may sacrifice his Dio Speed. Invisibility cape, oh, okay. I think we just straight attack here, right? We'll bust out a double chance. That's what we've got him for. And I think Delphox is our best option. If not, we maybe lose our Delphox. Perfect. That worked out awesome. Very nice, very nice. So far we're holding off the pressure really nicely, I must say. And I do have the Coco that should be able to easily handle his Deoxys Speed form. Arguably the weakest of all the EX. It was strong in its ability to be swapped out with Dio Defense or Attack, but that has, you just don't see that very often anymore. All that is left is for me to maybe I may take... Okay. If we can hold on here, and we did more than just hold on. We flat out won the roll. So I'm going to take my Delphox, and I'm just going to press up. Now, he's not going to take my entry point with his Coco, so he may take it with his speed form. Nope, he's not. So then we will go over here, and I'm going to attack simply because if I can displace him, that could set up really nicely for me. And because my goal was covered, I didn't have to worry about melee, melee, wish. And I feel like I'm just going to start pressing up with Inkay right here. Okay, so he wants to do that. That's a sea level 10. I'm just going to press forward again. I don't really see the reason to sea level Coco. That it doesn't make just a whole lot. Oh no. You let me down there. You let me down there, Mewtwo. So what we'll do is we will just pull Mewtwo back out and cover up from this angle. Rolling the miss. Never good at all. Wow. Alright. Well, even if I don't win this roll, he's going to have to backtrack. Goodness. He's going to have to backtrack if he wants to surround me, and then I will just drop Lugia in front of his speed form. Yeah. Which is kind of what I expected. I'm going to go Mega Mewtwo. And try to get rid of the speed form straight away. I'm really disappointed that I rolled a miss, and then purple into gold, and then a dodge, when kind of any physical attack on any of those would have proved to be a winning roll. My next move is most likely to take Delphox around the corner to threaten the win. Now, obviously, he's going to easily cover his goal, but what that's going to do is it's going to keep him from bringing his Mew back out. And that works for me because now I have this closed off. He's going to probably bring Mew here. Since he's running a speed deck, a rush deck, okay. And now I've got my Lugia in striking position. I do need to think about, oh, that was an interesting play. So we are going to actually, whoa, well, crud. I didn't mean to use my plate there, but so be it. See if we can throw him back. Nope. Not getting fortunate with any of our rolls at the moment. I feel like all we need is one clutch roll, like one timely roll here, and we're good to go. But we aren't getting that. What I actually wanted to do on that play was I wanted to bring Delphox. So my opponent's using AI because nobody goal blocks when they can just reach their goal. And that, oh man, that's a bummer because now he can just walk right back to his goal. I needed this Mew to be gone. It's okay though, we will attack again, and that's going to be the victory there. And because he's using AI, and AI likes to waste plates, he wasted his goal block, which means now he has to back up with his Coco, and then he has to attack my Delphox. Oh. Okay. I guess he could do that as well. So we will back off because we would need him to bring out his Coco so we don't get surrounded. And yeah. So we can hop over here and we're going to attack here. I just surrounded my own figure. I need to not go so quick because I want to say that I could have telekinesis him over here. I went too fast whenever I did that to notice for sure what the... I don't know if I can go backwards or not, to tell you the truth. But I thought I saw the green light flash here. And if so, then I was way too fast. And yeah. Malmar should be able to hold his own against Tapu Koko. He may take his Koko and block off my entry point. If he doesn't win this roll, he loses his Koko, and he didn't win the roll. Ergo, he loses his Koko. I'm kind of disappointed that I have twice thrown his goalie off the goal and twice not been able to win the game. And I still have my goal block if worse comes to worse. I imagine he will bring his speed form. I don't know. He may just drop his speed form right there on the entry point. I'm definitely not going to allow him to just get the free surround on my Delphox. So this will be interesting. That's kind of an interesting play right there. Not sure what he had to gain by making that particular play. His Koko, I mean his Mew has 0 chain levels. Maybe he was just burning a play. I don't know. But here we go. Perfect. Lugia coming through clutch. Now he has to, he may just take his speed form and replace. And because they're all runners, I can get caught in this infinite loop cycle. No, he did not. I could have gotten caught in that infinite loop cycle where, because they're all runners, he just kept replacing this figure right here. Let's see if going over here helps me. Ooh, that'd have been great. He could shuttle flip. I don't think he's going to leave his goal. Let's see what happens here. We're just going to straight up win the attack. Now, okay, so now he has to bring speed over to his goal, and then he has to attack. He has to pretty much land his gold into my purple, or I have to roll miss in order for him to win. And that does not do it. Mr. Delphox, you performed a very solid little match there against the Rush deck. So there you go. Now, not a really high meta team that we faced there, but definitely a team that had a lot of resources put into it. So we are going to take this, and that is going to start our Pokemon Duel journey for today. End of month is coming up. Soteris ran the numbers, and it looks like a very low threshold for top 100. Unfortunately, in fact, where I normally finish probably would have been top 100 this month, but I made 0 effort to even try to get to the 2400 monthly ranking. You're going to need probably just under 2500, maybe just a little bit of, probably just a little bit above 2500 in order to finish top 100 for the month if you are interested in those rewards. Today is the 29th, so we just have a couple of days left to get those final rankings in. But that's going to do it for today's video. But before I go, I do want to know, what kind of meta deck are you running that you've just tweaked a little bit? For example, like what I did with the Oricorio and the Coco being the core of Psychic deck that is meta. And then I tweaked it with the other 4. Although you could say Mewtwo with the Mega version evolutions out now have become more relevant in the game, but definitely not Lugia, Delphox, or Malmar. Let me know, what meta deck have you taken the core of and then just kind of give it your own signature touch to? That's what I want to know in the comments below. I hope you guys have a great Monday. Get your week started off right, and until next time.